Hi, my name's Tom Hadigan. I'm the author and creator of this new YouTube channel dedicated to mixed martial arts and to boxing. Today we are previewing the likely 2025 matchup between the Japanese multi-division super bantamweight world title holder Naoya Inoue and his Uzbeki Morodjon Akhmadaliev. Now this has been confirmed by both Bob Arum and it's also been recently confirmed by Naoya Inoue. Assuming that Inoue dispatches his January the 24th opponent, the Australian fighter, I believe that this matchup is certain. So let's find out a little bit about the two protagonists. With apologies for those of you that follow my channel, you have seen this many times. Well, let's just give Inoue his credit. He has the following undisputed championships: super bantamweight, bantamweight. He has the following world titles: light flyweight, junior bantamweight, unified bantamweight, and he has the lineal championship, bantamweight. Now, we can say that in more recent years, Naoya Inoue has been referred to as the monster. I like to think in terms of the original monster being Mike Tyson. So I refer to Mike Tyson as being Monster 1.0, and I refer to Naoya Inoue as being Monster 2.0. Now, we know that he's nicknamed the Monster, and he's known for his exceptional punching power. Now, this is quite an extraordinary metric. He possesses a knockout to win percentage of 89.28%, with 91.30% in world title matches. Now, in the era when we had Alexander Usyk around as a heavyweight, and we had Terence Crawford around, we know that in June 2022, Inoue became the first Japanese boxer to be ranked #1 in the world pound for pound. To be above Crawford, to be above Usyk, to be above Canelo is quite remarkable. And in 2023, he was named Fighter of the Year by The Ring, the Boxer Writers Association of America, and ESPN. Now, he has many notable victories on his record, but maybe his two most significant victories are against the outstanding Filipino boxer and athlete Nonito Donaire. He beat Nonito Donaire twice. The first meet-up, it was a 12-round points decision with Inoue experiencing a broken orbital bone, and he also knocked down Donaire in the 11th round. The return was a much speedier affair, with Inoue knocking out Donaire in the second round. Now, the important thing to remember is that Inoue has beaten extraordinarily high-level competition. He has beaten seven either reigning world champions or ex-world champions. So he has beaten the following 4 world champions: McDonald, Rodriguez, Butler, Fulton. He has also beaten the following former world champions: Donaire, Maloney, Tapales. And every single opponent on the list of last 12 opponents is either extremely good or extraordinarily good. As I say, 7 of these are previous world title holders. So what can we say about the monster? Well, we know that he's characterized by the most debilitating body shots. He has been trained by his father to dispatch extraordinarily idiosyncratic and unorthodox combinations. He has a relentless aggression. He has unbridled power. Maybe it doesn't match Beterbiev, the Russian, Canadian super striker, but it's as good as anyone else, if not better than most other. He has also a definitive counter-punching strategy, and he's very agile. Now, he's trained by his father, and he has a very focused sparring daily regime. A significant portion of his training is dedicated to these idiosyncratic body punching combinations, and he's always emphasized the psychological awareness of staying alert and on guard. And his father takes him through a whole range of very sophisticated technical drills, and this is what gives him his great punching accuracy and also helps him maintain his edge over his opponents in the ring. Now, this is one of the this is the first victory against Donaire. This is the second victory against Donaire. We've looked at this before. Now, as I said, Mike Tyson would be monster number one. I think Inoue is monster number two. Now, so who's this new opponent? Well, this is Akhmadaliev. He's an Uzbekistani ex-world champion. Now, who says he will be the next opponent? Well, after the January 24th meet-up with the Australian fighter, Bob Arum and Inoue say that the next fighter will be Akhmadaliev. So let's find out about him. Morodjon Akhmadaliev from Uzbekistan. But you may say, well, look, he's just lost to Tapales. That's right. He did lose his world championship to Tapales. So it was Tapales 1, Akhmadaliev 0. But in fact, it was a split decision. Two of the judges were 115, 113 for Tapales. One was 118 to 110 for Akhmadaliev. So why did Tapales win? Well, Tapales' victory can be attributed to his strategic approach and effective execution during the fight. He maintained a very high work rate, throwing numerous punches and seeking body shots, particularly in the early rounds, which allowed him to build up a lead. Additionally, he has this aggressive style of fighting, and it was enough to confound Akhmadaliev on the night. So this is sadly Akhmadaliev's record. He has this loss during his 12th fight to Marwan Tapales. But he has beaten some good fighters, but he hasn't beaten the same level of fighters as Naoya Inoue. There's no comparison between this set of 13 fighters and the fighters that Inoue has matched up with and beaten. But can we comment on his strengths? Yes, he has excellent technical skills. He knows how to control range and pace. He has quick and effective combinations. They're not as quick or effective as Inoue's. He has good hand speed. He's not as good as Inoue. He has a sharp boxing mind. He doesn't have the genius of Inoue or his father. Akhmadaliev uses angles and movement to create opportunities. He's a smaller fighter, Akhmadaliev, but he does have notable power in his punches. His record shows that he stops fights early. He has good proven stamina. He maintains a consistent pace. And of course, he was an Olympic bronze medalist in 2016. So he has some pedigree. What are his weaknesses? Well, he is skilled defensively, but he can leave openings during exchanges. He concentrates on a high offensive output, which means that he's not that skilled in his defensive focus. Opponents who apply relentless pressure, such as Tapales, will prevent Akhmadaliev from maintaining control of the fight. Tapales, for instance, capitalized on aggressiveness to disrupt the rhythm of Akhmadaliev. And also, he's not that skilled at adapting to fighters with unorthodox styles. There are some injury concerns. He's had a hand injury on a couple of occasions. He tends to be too focused on aggression and offensive output. That can make him predictable. And whilst he does compete effectively, his size can be a disadvantage against physically larger and stronger opponents. So if there's going to be a matchup, which I believe is now certain, between Inoue and Akhmadaliev in 2025, who's my pick? Well, there's only one winner, and that's this great Japanese champion.